tacked up. And if you get too close, you're getting cracked up. Stone cold when I roll, coming out of the hole. Get back, cause I'm out of control. I'm on the edge.
Tonight, Lucas Oil on the Edge is taking you to the world of midget racing with the POWRi series and the second annual Battle at the Center. Last year, OTE fans saw a main event packed with superstar drivers in the midget racing world, and tonight's race is no exception. Brian Clausen, Levi Jones, Brad Kuhn, and other elite drivers are in the house here tonight. It's going to be a battle all the way to the checkered flag here on Lucas Oil on the Edge.
The mighty Midgets have come to town. Ken Stout and Brian Olson here to call all the action for you, along with Rob Klepper. It's the Lucas Oil National Midget Series POWRi, second annual Battle at the Center. These things are so exciting, as you well know, Brian, and we actually have the best of the best that have come out here. They're all getting a tune-up here to get this season going.
To date yourself back to the National Midget Series many, many years ago, these things had four-cylinder Volkswagen engines, all kinds of configurations, but now I'm telling you, straight inline four cylinders, the dominant motor, and these things will fly.
Well, guys, you are right. It's going to be a battle here tonight at the Battle of the Center. 50-plus midget cars and stars showed up, but only 21 will make the 40-lap A main. Big money on the line, but it's also bragging rights. Everybody wants to win here at the Mini Magic Mile. That's why Casey Schumann, defending winners in the house. The Dominator, Zach Dahm, is here. Brian Clausen, that's right, the Bullet in the house. 7-time national champion Levi Jones here as well. Locals, big-time drivers from all over the country come to this little town of DuQoin, Illinois to put on an awesome show for all these fans here at the Mini Magic Mile.
Well, here's kind of an overview of how to work. We have over 50 midget cars on the property. Only you can take 21. Now, we'll have 7 heat races. However, you can only qualify through the qualifying races themselves. We'll take 7 from each one of those. The A main, 40 laps, and you're going to have a winner after 40.
All right, let's get you up to speed on the 3 qualifiers to set up the A main. It was Brad Loyette, qualifier number 1, who brought home the win. Keep in mind, he also did a great job in 2011 with the ASCS Warrior region. Behind him, Tyler Courtney, Brett Anderson, Chet Gerke, Brad Kuhn, Mike Goodman, and Tim Siner all transfer in.
Qualifier number 2, this baby was stacked like you couldn't believe. It was like a hand of poker in Las Vegas with Levi Jones, Brian Clausen, Danny Stratton, and a host of others. But when the flag came down, it was Clausen your victor, Levi Jones second, Roney, Cochran, Dahm, Stratton, and Blakeman making their way into the A main.
And for the third and final qualifier was Thomas Mesereau, who picked up the win, followed by David Koff. Casey Schumann also in that battle finished third. Then it was Austin Brown, Kyle Neal, Cameron Hagan, and to round out the top 7 was Donald McIntosh. Some great racing all along the way. Wheel stands for the fans. As you might imagine, it doesn't take but just a moment for these things to get inverted as everybody was going for one of those final 21 spots ranked in the A main.
We love to hear from our fans. Go to www.facebook.com and become a fan of Lucas Oil on the Edge. Join our OTE private group or like our page. Then post your comments about this Lucas Oil on the Edge episode. This Lucas Oil on the Edge telecast is being brought to you by Lucas Oil. Made in America, sold to the world. General Tire. Anywhere is possible. Ready Liftoff Road Suspension. A new revolution in off-road suspension design and development.
Welcome back to the Battle at the Center. Keep in mind the top 6 here in the A main pull pills for their starting position. Let's get it over to Rob.
Well, guys, 1 year ago, Casey Schumann, known as Little Shoe from Rattlesnake Bend, Arizona, picked up his inaugural Battle at the Center win, but this is a little bull ring. You like to run the big tracks, I know that, up on the cushion, but what's the key to winning here at DuQuoin?
You just you got to stay out of trouble, and really just, I mean, you just beat and bang a little bit, but you got to do it with a little finesse and not get in too much trouble and trying to keep your nose clean all night.
Last year you led all 50 laps. Obviously this year a lot of talent here. So Brian Clausen in the house, Levi Jones, Shane Meal hooked up, been pretty good as of late. Can we go 2 for 2?
We're going to try. I mean, these guys, all those guys were here last year, and draw is really important. We got a pretty decent draw in the heat race, and we'll just see if we can get the old Rosie Racelands DRC up front again tonight, and we'll just make it 3 for 3 in 3 different cars. That'd be pretty cool.
All right, let's pick a couple here. I think I'm going to stick with that defending champion. Casey Schumann is the son of the Hall of Famer Ron Schumann. Not only did he win this event a year ago, he also won the Dean King Memorial.
I'm going with Brian Clausen. You know, he has won 55 races total in his young career at a very young age. This kid also the 2010 National Midget Series champion. He's been around.
Yes, he has, and the competitors go 4 wide here in a salute to the fans. Everybody always loves it. It is an awesome sight.
Yeah, it is definitely an awesome sight. You talk about names, Jones, Clausen, Lloyd, Goff, Tony Rody. I mean, that's just the top 8, or the, should say the first 4 rows. From there back, they're all over the place.
Yeah, there's some big players in here, no doubt about it. And Levi Jones actually driving for Shane Meal in here. Just kind of nitpicking, if you will. Danny Stratton, another big one inside of it. Tim Siner. I mean, they are loaded up here in the A main. This should be a great battle as Mezzarella is sitting on the pole and ready to lead these guys around.
Over 50 cars trying to make the show, but only 21 will take this green flag. Well, the first thing you got to do is make it through the first couple of turns. And we have gone clean to green. Oh, here so far up to that point.
And Danny Stratton stuffs it on the inside berm. That'll bring out the yellow flag here. Another look at it.
Too many guys trying to get in the same spot, Ken.
This tight little bull ring in the Mini Magic Mile, you have to have a car that's loose getting into the corners. Now, how do you do that? Well, it's done with stagger. The circumference of the right rear tire versus the circumference of the left rear tire. If you have 6 inches difference, well, then you have about 6 inches of stagger. Here at the Mini Magic Mile, you want to have between 7 and 8 inches stagger to get that car turned through these tight corners. Now, the more stagger you have, the looser the car is. If it's too loose, well, you'll hurt yourself coming off the corner.
Yeah, these guys have a number of adjustments that they'll work with all evening long, and right off the bat, it looks like the number 7 of Tyler Courtney takes away the early lead here. And the Mighty Midgets are so important to motorsports. It was really this style of racing that kept motorsports alive throughout the Depression and onward post-World War II, because they could do it in places just like this. Small little bull rings. We watch Mezzarella and, of course, the man, Brian Clausen, go at it.
You guys run on a lot of different racetracks throughout the year, pavement, dirt, but this one's kind of a lot different than a lot of those racetracks. What do we do to this race car to make it fast here at the Mini Magic Mile?
You know, on the indoor stuff, you got to get outside the box a little bit, and there's such tight confines. You got to make sure you can get them to turn, but you got to keep the forward drive in them too. So, you know, we've been working hard over the last 3 years on these setups, and you know, finally got it dialed in where we need to be. So hopefully we can translate that into a win tonight.
Well, and he is talking to the right guy. Look at the wheel stands right there out of the 37 car. But it is Brian Clausen, who's a 2-time National Midget and a 2-time National Driver of the Year champion, also a 3-time Midget Driver of the Year. He spent a lot of time in one of Sam Schmidt's Indy Light cars throughout 2011. He is a talented young man.
He most certainly is. You know, he was talking about setups. A lot of times it's gear ratios and this thing, but the most important thing Rob touched on early was stagger. The last thing these drivers and crews mainly do is put on the tire, generally the right rear. It's compound. Those are also very important on one of these races that goes this many laps.
Thomas Mezzarella, your leader, and now is about to catch lap traffic. The first lapper as he dives down to the bottom. Right behind him, the black car with the white nose at number 39. That is Brian Clausen, the 56, Levi Jones, your current USAC Silver Crown and Sprint Car champ. I mean, these are the best of the best.
No question about it. They get gathered up here. And now we are, as you mentioned, getting ready to run into the back markers or the lap traffic cars that started at the tail. So it's going to make it a little bit tougher for everyone to pass. So as Clausen, who has taken over the lead, as we well know, with that NOS-sponsored machine, now we'll deal with the markers. And that's not an easy thing to do. Remember, we're racing on 1/5 of a mile, so it didn't take long to catch up with those cars that started at the back.
And Mezzarella doing a nice wheel stand. It is so cool to watch these things run. I mean, they make some 350 horsepower, weigh about 900 pounds, and they are hooked up as the yellow flag comes out. It'll be the number 6 car that brings that yellow flag out. That's David Goff. We'll see if we can find out what happens to him. Looks like he's all by himself right there. Just got a little loose.
Drivers trying to run that cushion a little bit. If you're not down on the bottom, you got to run that cushion. Here's the way they look. After 5, Clausen your leader. Mazarel, Jones, Loyette, and Courtney your top 5.
The 40-lap main is underway here on OTE. Let's check in with Rob to get his thoughts on where the drivers are positioning their vehicles on this track.
Well, guys, you can see, we talked about the low part of the racetrack. That's the fastest way around the Mini Magic Mile, but there is a lot of moisture in the middle to the top. We saw Brian Clausen earlier tonight get to the outside of Levi Jones to win one of the qualifiers. He's actually running the top early in this race, so there's definitely 2 lines of racing here tonight in DuQuoin, Illinois. The question is, which one will end up on top?
Yeah, and that is the beauty of dirt track racing. You never know what it's going to do from night to night. And so far, this track has been very solid down on the bottom as well.
And the other part about that is during the race itself, that thing can change so much. I mean, in this actual feature event, whether the top's good or the bottom's good. It looks right now, most of them are digging that top.
And speaking of digging the top, the 05 is digging hard, and Rob Klemper, as you well know, he's one of the best.
One of the hot shoes here tonight at the Battle of the Center is 3-time and defending POWRi Midget champion Brad Loyette. Brad, you jumped in a wing sprint car this year as well. How would that prepare you to get back in the Midget here tonight on this bull ring?
It's kind of a place like this, you got to keep it straight. You got to, make sure you're not spinning the wheels a lot, tight place, corner speeds, a lot of everything. Everybody can haul the mail down the straightaways, so you got to be good through the corners. And we were pretty good earlier in the night, and we'll see what we can do later on here.
So Brad Loyette digging his way right now, trying to get around Levi Jones, who's sitting right in front of him, and Levi Jones driving for Shane Meal.
And one of the things that happened there with that caution flag a moment ago is a bunch of the cars back up, and they're going to have to be catching up, and it's going to happen any moment now to those back markers.
Great look out of the back of the car there. Oh, and again, we'll have a yellow flag as we got a few of them piled up here.
Oh, man.
That is our leaders as well.
Baby.
So Levi Jones pitches it in. Loyette gets into him. They have to check up, and they collect the 7 car of Tyler Courtney in the process.
Man, that is a tough break right there, but that's what happens on these little bitty short courses, particularly those indoor on this 50-mile dirt.
And again, Levi Jones, he pitches it in there like he's supposed to. Unfortunately, just the smallest of taps are behind. And Loyette and the rest of them get piled up.
Well, guys, it was a drama-filled night for Levi Jones. Started off chasing the ignition on the car. What put you out here in the A main?
Well, we had a really good car. We just got hit in the back down the front straightaway, got us turned around into one. That was it.
Listen up, Lucas Oil on the Edge fans. It's time to prove how much you love OTE by downloading the free Lucas Oil on the Edge app for your iPhone and iPad. You can check out the OTE schedule, see past shows, and meet the cast. In addition, you can browse the OTE apparel. This is an app that has it all and is a must for every Lucas Oil on the Edge fan.
Welcome back to the battle at the center with the POWRi National Midgets, presented by Lucas Oil. Brian Clausen out front.
Yeah, he's done a pretty good job, and again, this is another one of those situations where he's got a clean track ahead of him, and for at least 5, 6, maybe 7 laps, it'll be that way. But Mazarel doesn't want any part of that. He's sticking right with him.
Yeah, Mazarel's used to these bull rings. We talked about it before. Oh, and there comes the slide job. As he tries to pull it off, can he bounce off the cushion and hang on? No, it's not going to happen. He tries it one more time. This is the best of midget racing right here. Mazarel's used to these bull rings. He typically runs them in sprint cars. Keep in mind the Gas City 2010 track champ. So he can sling one of these little things around and manages to hang on to it right there.
Man, he did. I'm talking about he was way up in the marbles there, way beyond the cushion, and still making forward bite. That is a shocker, but he is doing a great job now. Clausen on the move as well.
I'll tell you, man, anytime you can take the lead back away from Brian Clausen, you have a good night working, and he did it perfectly. Just one slide job after the next, and he backed it right into the cushion where they can get some bite, and then launching down the straightaway, wheel stands and 360s. Yep, that'll bring out the yellow flag, and unfortunately for the 2 car, who was right in the middle of that ruckus as he started off on that restart in 3rd place. He's a lapper, though, unfortunately, but that's just some of the antics that the midgets will do as they start to loop him around, stand on the throttle, try to keep him alive. so that they don't stall them. Keep in mind they have in and out boxes on these things. They can't push in a clutch, and unfortunately he finally had to check up.
Brad Loyette, you heard him talk a little bit earlier to our man in the pits. He had a pretty tough night, got involved in that accident earlier. We're on board with him there. Clausen and Mesereau battling out here.
By the way, that was Don McIntosh in that 2 car that was doing some stunt driving.
On board with Brad Loyette. Man, got the Hexpert on him there. He had a chat earlier there with our man in the pits. He's a lap down right now, but he's carrying the onboard camera.
So Mesereau, your leader in the 37T, and again the yellow flag comes out, and speaking of Loyette, I believe that is his car. We'll watch it one more time, and up, oh man. Tough break for him. He was on the cushion, started to do a wheel stand, probably checked up just a little bit, and then it was the 14 car that got into the side of him.
That'll make you dizzy.
And guys, not the expression you want to see at Brad Loyette's face on that feature. Two crews are racing here tonight. What put you out? What happened there to get you upside down?
Just kind of got better wheel there, you know. Somebody threw a slide jump and couldn't even get on the brakes, nothing, just kind of got into me, but oh well. Yeah, we had a good car, just got caught up in something earlier, but made it for my sponsors, so hopefully we can go out here at Chili Bowl in a couple weeks and make something happen.
All these guys look forward to the Chili Bowl, of course, which is the largest midget race in the world. Some 250 to 300 competitors out there each and every year. It is an awesome event.
Yeah, the creme de la creme come out for that one as Schumann battles it out here with Brad Kuhn and another one of the 37 machines. And that's your pick, man. He's back there in the 5th spot.
Yeah, the 14R trying to work his way up to the front to play with these guys. As once again, you take a look at the 37, that is Mesereau, who is leading, and the yellow flag will come out here. Let's take a look at this one more time, courtesy of Ready Lift Off-Road Suspension, and it's Zach Dahm, a former preliminary night winner at the Chili Bowl, and also a former POWRi Rookie of the Year. Spins it around.
There's the guy you got to watch for. That's the man in the lead right there, Mesereau. And in that 39 plane chases, my pick for the event, Brian Clausen.
All the guys fanning out, still sticking to the top side, the high side. That's what Clever was talking about before. And there is some grip down there on the bottom, but not quite enough for those guys to feel comfortable about chasing a lead down there.
If you really want to keep the throttle up, whoa!
Big save right there out of Clausen. Speaking of trying the bottom, and he almost looped that thing out by himself. Somehow managed to save it, though.
Taking advantage of that, though, is the number 7 machine of Austin Brown, as he will now move up to that number 2 spot.
Yeah, keep in mind, Austin Brown started on the outside of row 6 in the 12th position, so a solid effort there out of him.
And that's tough to do on a 150-mile course, indoors, in the dirt, on the dirt, whatever you want to call it. Another caution flag comes out here. Oh, 4 up, mixing it up right there in the corner.
Wow, it has been busy. There's a look at the top 5. Stay with us. We have the back half of this race to go.
This Lucas Oil On the Edge telecast is being brought to you by Lucas Oil. Made in America, sold to the world. General Tire. Anywhere is possible. Ready Liftoff Road Suspension. A new revolution in off-road suspension design and development.
The battle for first is on fire between Clausen and Mesereau. One mistake by these two can open the door for Gerke, Schumann, and Kuhn to make a move for the lead.
There's a look at your leader. That is Thomas Mesereau, and he has taken a lead back away from Brian Clausen, who had it at one time, and now Clausen looks to return the favor.
These guys are really battling wheel to wheel. I mean, yeah, upstairs, downstairs, down the middle. What a great matchup this is.
That is awesome racing right there, just inches away from each other, an open wheel style racing. Slide jobs galore. That's what it's all about. That's what the fans come to see.
Guarantee it, man, oh man. One little bob will just get a little bit past that cushion right there, as Clausen did, and you will lose that spot as these guys go back and forth lap after lap.
Great looking stuff, Mesereau. Oh man, just dances. Her front tire's up in the air as he drives off the cushion. Here comes Clausen once again.
He goes down low, slides up. Oh, baby. He got on the mound right there. And I'm not talking about the pitcher's mound. He comes right back after him.
Absolutely incredible stuff out of two of the best. Clausen, not to be denied. We talked about his credentials. So talented in one of these. And right now looks like he will get the advantage as we come in to the closing laps.
Oh, man, you had to figure that if he got out front, if you get a couple car length advantage, that this car was and is the fastest car on the track right now. 1 lap to go. The white flag is out. Oh!
Clausen way up there kind of jumps the cushion but hangs on and grabs the win after a vicious battle with Mesereau right towards the end. What an exciting race.
Boy, you can say that again. The NOS-sponsored machine of Brian Clausen takes home the big win here tonight at the battle at the center. He battled out with Thomas Mesereau throughout the whole night. Chet Gerke, Casey Schumann, Brad Kuhn, your top 5. Then Danny Stratton, Brett Anderson, Shane Cochran, Mike Goodman, Tim Snyder, your top 10.
All right, this is how it all went down. Take a look at the slide jobs here. Brian Clausen, Thomas Mesereau really putting on a show for the fans on 2 different occasions when they went at it like this. Awesome stuff. Let's get it down and talk to the man.
Guys, for Brian Clausen, his 15th career POWRi win, but a big one here. What a battle between you and Thomas Mesereau, man.
Yeah, man, it doesn't get any better than that. And Thomas did an excellent job. And I didn't think you could go sliders for slider side by side down the straightaway so many times without hitting, but that was a phenomenal race, and hats off to Thomas. He did a great job. I was able to fell back to third there, made a few mistakes, and was able to kind of find a passing lane over there in 1 and 2. And Big Al, AJ Dutch had this NOS Energy Drink curb records number 39 on a rail. I tried to give it away a couple times, but we fought back there late and got it done.
Hope you enjoyed all the great racing action here from DuQoin, Illinois in the POWRi Series. It's been a lot of fun. For Brian Olson and Rob Clipper, I'm Ken Stout. These guys are a lot of fun to watch because they were hanging it out on the edge.